The markets are running out of steam as investors are starting to question the Fed on the disinflation narrative, thinking that the disinflation is what might be transitory, like they thought inflation was transitory. So the disinflation may actually be transitory, as a lot of people, a lot of economists, a lot of analysts are cautioning that we may be looking for a double peak inflation. So we're going to have to keep an eye on that. Let's dig in here. Markets are about to close. Dow down 0.81, S&P down 0.94, NASDAQ down 1%. So not too bad, but rolling into the second negative day of the week so far. And again, it's just valuations. It's just the rally kind of reaching those levels of profit taking, running out of steam, and seeing if the market can continue the rally and if people are still buying at these levels. But basically, we've been watching this consolidation level here on the Dow, just kind of hanging out. And it looks like it's wanting to break to the downside and definitely test this lower level here. Same thing on NASDAQ. Biggest reversal we've seen in a few days. Again, heading back to this level in the 11,600 range, and S&P working its way back down to that 3,800 range. So this is a consistent theme. That's at January, December lows for all of the indexes. VIX catching that bounce today, working its way back up to this area of the 20s. And if it continues on from there, then we're going to see markets continue to slip to the downside. The Dixie running out of a little bit of steam after a bounce yesterday. The 10-year still kind of hanging out in this range here. But the big news today is Bitcoin. Bitcoin is heading for 20,000. We've been talking about this range here, and this was the big area for Bitcoin. Where, obviously if this level didn't hold, the next stop's going to be 20,000. There's a lot of confluence at 20,000. When you go across right here, you have this 20,000 area here. You have 20,000 area here. You've got it here, and you've got it here. So that's an area of, big support. So if Bitcoin stops right here and consolidates and hangs on for a little while, then that is a good sign. If it blasts right through it, then it's just going to work its way back down to this lower range pretty quick, because there's not a whole lot holding it up after it gets through that $20,000 range, just back down to the bottom of the range. So not saying that's going to happen, not saying that that's what, is in the cards, but definitely it looks like 20,000 is what's most likely. And we've been kind of watching that, and there's a couple of things to look out for at that level as well. If you kind of take from the low here to the high of this range, and you just take a little fib on that 20K is right around that 0.5, retracement level, which is normal. The 382 is right there at that 20,900. Then 20,000, this area here is right at that 0.5. So this is, for the rally that we've seen, this is a nice normal retracement level. And again, this was not just natural retail all of a sudden jumping in price action. This was a manipulated move by market makers and exchanges pumping the price up to hit this. Had a little, profit taking distribution here, and then popped up here. Same thing, distribution there. And when you look at it on a shorter time frame, you can see how this distribution pattern kind of plays out even more clear. And if you look at it on the hourly, you can see it even more clear. This is just a distribution pattern here. And what happens is price was popped up, distributed, popped up, distributed, popped up, distributed. So that's how they do it. So they get people to buy in, distribute to them, get them to buy in, distribute to them, get them to buy in, distribute to them, pumping the price up along the way. And you can go back and look at, this whole kind of area where some of that happens, back in this was the Michael Saylor Do Kwon buying time frame back in this area. So that's most likely what, is going on here. This is a clear distribution pattern, profit taking. So the question is, will it hold up here at that 20K level? And, if they let it fall back down to the range to do this all over again, that's a potential. And then the big test will come in to see if it holds this range, if it does work its way back down there. But again, a lot of it's going to be, predicated upon the markets and what the markets do. If the markets can continue to hold up, traditional markets at this level. But right now it looks like the markets are running out of steam based on the comments from Powell about disinflation, but also that inflation is still too high, still a lot of work left to do, still going to continue to hiking rates. And then we have the inflation report on the 14th. And if that comes out strong, then the markets, will continue to decline. If it comes out soft, then markets could rip again and, test the upper level of these ranges. So that's kind of where we are and what I'm looking at right now. And again, if you're new to the channel, this channel is all about entrepreneurship, real estate investing, real estate development, buying business, starting businesses, growing and scaling your business, leadership mindset, all of those things, marketing, sales, all of the things that I've done over the past 30 years of my career, my entrepreneurial journey over the last 25 years of building companies, buying, selling, building companies, reinvesting profits into real estate and other assets like markets and crypto. So that's what this is all about, just sharing all of my experience over the years. And I'll see you on the next video.